Welcome to Popternative, where we dive into topical discussions from the worlds of pop culture, social media, and sports. Here is your host, Peter Remoliotis, aka PD Beats.
Jemima, Ashley, welcome to the show. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
You're our first interview, so that's good energy for us.
Got to start with the energy. Absolutely. Maybe this was planned. Maybe they put me in to start it off. My questions are about your characters because, you both did such an amazing job and I got so kind of invested in these characters. Jemima, it's interesting. You played these complex characters before, but every time we see your character and the interactions with her family and other people, there is kind of a lot of these kind of intriguing questions about, is she hiding something? What's going on? And even sometimes with your facial expressions, you don't say anything, but you're saying so much without saying anything at all. So what was this like kind of preparing for this character compared to other characters in the past?
You're asking how did I prepare for it?
Yeah, was there anything different? I mean, they all have been complex, but I feel like there's a real intrigue and you're invested in kind of the mystery with this character specifically.
I haven't actually played a character like this before, where it's someone who's not really a caricature. It's really quite a dynamic, actually more realistic human being, more nuanced. But I did what I normally do, which is I do a lot of sort of writing on it and thinking about it, and make sure that the first read of the script or the scene is not the one that I do. I try to ask myself what the point of a scene is before I do it, and then just try a bunch of stuff and take a bunch of risks until the director tells me, please don't do that anymore and stick to the script.
No, totally. And I really mean that with the facial expressions, because sometimes, I love those kind of scenes where nothing is said, but you've said so much just for how you react with just your facial expressions. So you did a really good job there. So I just wanted to mention that. Ashley, the blurriness of your character really interests me as well.
The what, sorry?
The blurriness, it's one of those things where, making a lot of bad decisions. Is there kind of maybe good kind of intentions here and everything? So what was that like kind of playing a character like this, where there was this kind of blurriness? Did you notice that in the script specifically as well?
Yeah, I think that's a good observation. I think that he doesn't really know himself. He keeps doing these things that he shouldn't be doing, and because in his life he's never really had to face any complicated situations before. He's never kind of dealt with himself, and until this moment, and this as his life blows up, suddenly he has to come to terms with himself. So I think you're right. You've picked on something that he spends most of this season being just very confused about what's going on around him.
I actually learned more about your character from watching it, because I didn't, you didn't know what I was doing at the time. Well, I didn't quite know, as your wife, I didn't quite know the things you had been doing or the way you had been behaving, outside of our relationship. And seeing it in the show, I was like, oh, wow, this person really has sort of their sense of identity is quite blurry, and, the character needs a weak sense of character.
Yeah. I think that's right.
But, yeah.
Absolutely. And City on Fire premiering May 12th on AppleTV+. Thank you both for your time. It was so great chatting with you.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you for tuning in to Popternative. Make sure to check out our past episodes of Popternative on YouTube. Be sure to like Popternative on Facebook and follow us on Twitter.
This has been an Autograph Communications production.